Hello Woodchucks, welcome back to Silverrun Forest where it is still raining. I have activated two mods since the last episode. One being the realism add-on Animal Grazing, which you can find in gameplay. What that will hopefully allow me to do, or not allow me, allow the sheep to do, is they should be able to graze from the grass in their meadow where the footprint is for the animal pen. Now the grass will technically go into the food trough. Now some mods, which that is, may not work. And if it doesn't work, then I can paint the grass in from landscaping, and that should work if it doesn't. The other thing I added was a tape measure mod. I think that's what it's called. So when we cut logs with a chainsaw, I can mark the end of the log and go down, 11, 12 meters, or if you want it in feet or whatever, because we may be cutting some trees later on with a chainsaw, so I don't want to cut it like 12.5 meters long, because then our logging trailer won't auto-load it. Also, you guys did say, well, about 3 or 4 of you said, yes, show us where you can find the collectibles. So I'm going to show you two more that I know of today. We are currently, if I get the map up here, you can kind of see, if you know where the starter land is, starter home, if you follow the waterfalls on up, if you look at the mini map, I'm kind of like in the bottom right hand corner a little bit ish. But yeah, right above, if you follow the waterfalls up, you'll come up, go across the pond, and you'll find this little guy, an owl. So let's go ahead and collect that one. Alright, just 14 more to go for me. And the other one I'll show you, which is, I'm going to teleport there. We're going to go up to the mine. Let's go to the mine. Do I still have fast run on? I do. So, if you've seen this, so the mine is right up there. You got to come on down the road here, and you want to come into here. Let me turn off fast run now, because that would just be terrible trying to run in here. Nope, not ×5. Nope, turn it off. There we go. So you want to sneak in here. Wait, there's a way to sneak in here. There it is. So you can sneak in here, and if you come on down over here, there's a bear. There we go. So I'm going to delete that 100,000 that we just got. Sad to see it go, but it is what it is. So we're just collecting them just to put it into the art museum. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. So there is all that. So I've been kind of busy. Let me teleport to the tree harvester. We're over here at the sawmill. I've been just a little bit busy. It took me like about 10 minutes. I kind of clear cut this hill right here because today we're going to be using the yarder. That's right. We're gonna show off what the yarder actually does. And I read the information and stats wrong on the yarder that we're gonna buy. So let me teleport to my Massey Ferguson. There we go. So we're in the store, or near the store, anyways. Actually, let me come over here because I don't want to be standing where it's going to spawn. We're gonna come in here. Forestry equipment. There's 2 yarders in the game. You have this one right here. Where the cable can be run 500 meters, and it can hold up to 1.5 tons of logs. This one here can run 840 meters, and it can hold 3 tons worth of logs. Now, I do believe, because I did testing on the other map, I used this right here. Your tractor does not need to be running for this. I thought it required 225 horsepower, but this has its own motor. I did not test this one. And I don't see, I can't really tell if there's a motor on there or not, but that one says 110 to 200 horse. So I think you need to use the PTO shaft on that one. Yeah, to see there's a PTO shaft on that one. So this one here, you'll need a tractor with at least 200 horsepower. I would probably go with actually like 225 maybe. But we're buying this one right here. So it's going to cost us a pretty penny a little bit. But Trelleborg, I do like the BKT tires on there. They just look a little bit more beefier. They just look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and buy that. It's the only options we have on it. Alright. And the other thing I thought about doing was buying the stump grinder today. But no, we're going to go ahead. Oh, I got to turn off flight mode. Now let's get into our Massey Ferguson here. Getting us on down to 44,000. Yeah, I don't mind borrowing money now. The loan, interest on the loan is not that bad. And, yeah, we're going to start paying off some stuff here later on. I do have to get to the sawmill. Well, we're going to be around the sawmill. But I got to load up the planks. I'm going to get the planks on down to our flooring shop, which is right here, and start making some flooring tiles. We don't need a whole lot. of flooring tiles. But I do want to start making them because I can make more money from the flooring tiles than I can with the planks. But I haven't done the math to see if I sold 1,000 liters of planks, what I would get, and then convert the 1,000 liter planks into flooring tile to see what I get. My brain cannot handle that tonight, so I'm not going to bother doing it. But we need the flooring tile anyways for the roller coaster. So a couple things I think we're going to do is I'm going to keep on selling any extra stuff I have. I'm going to keep on selling to the boatyard because that will just put it in storage. So when I do buy the boatyard, I'll get the material back and we can just build boats and we should have a whole bunch of material in there. All the other stuff will go to the roller coaster. Now, I heard a couple things about the roller coaster. I heard a couple people tell me once you buy the roller coaster, you earn money off it per hour. I do not see that in the information page. I think that would be kind of great if you earn money off the roller coaster, but I would think you'd have to buy it. So I would like to see it kind of like solar panels, to where after you get the roller coaster built that you could buy it and you earn money off it per hour between certain hours. You know, kind of like solar panels only, you know, earn you money during the day. The roller coaster, you know, will earn you money through the day, but also a little bit at nighttime. I don't know if there's going to be lights up at the roller coaster. You know, roller coasters do run at night. Makes it more exciting. So the one thing I would like to try to do, and I don't know if this is going to work, is I want to set this up right here, but I don't know how far. I mean, 800 meters, I think it's like 840 meters this can go, is like 950 yards or something like that. So I only want to go to the top of that hill, and what I want to do is actually be able to drag the trees right into our selling point. Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and park the Massey Ferguson right here. Actually, I may need it on to unfold it. Yeah, need it on to at least unfold it. Now, why is that pushing my tractor forward? I will leave the engine off, so you can see the engine's off because this is going to run on its own. As far as I can see, though, this does not need fuel or anything like that, so that's kind of interesting. So you got to come up to the behind this thing, and we're going to set up the yarder rope. So we're going to grab that, and let's see how far we can actually go with it. I really hope my Massey Ferguson, I mean, that's far enough off the railroad tracks. So let's see how far we can stretch this thing. Now, you can do it one of two ways. You can either put the yarder at the bottom, or you can put the yarder at the top, but we're going with it at the bottom, because I want to drag it on down to the sawmill. And so far, this thing is going to get on up here. I was getting a little crazy by cutting down the trees. I'm like, wait a minute, I need a tree up here. And actually, it's going to snap right to that one right away. Sure, that's good. There we go. So now you can see the cable is snapped to the tree. And what there's going to be is that tree going to be in my way? I can always cut it down with the chainsaw, and I can show you the tool measurer. So if you look up at the upper left-hand corner, I can either move the carriage by pressing K or M. I can also enable it so the carriage follows me around. So we'll give it a second. It's kind of a ways up here. Yeah, it's coming. Trust me, it's coming. So I'm actually surprised it went that far. That's quite a long ways, actually. That's pretty darn good. Now, when I did the testing on the other map, I just cut down a tree and had it drag the whole tree. I use a tree harvester to cut these down. So these are 12 meters long. I wonder if I could hook up a couple of trees to it at a time, but my guessing is probably not. So, like I said, I got the carriage to follow mode, so wherever I go, the carriage will follow me. So that's pretty darn neat. So if I come over here, you can see, it's only going to strap one at a time. Let me go ahead and strap it. I guess it doesn't matter. And how far will it reach? It will reach that far. So another thing I'll show you in a second, but let me go ahead. Let's hook this up to a log here. We'll get it on the big end. B to attach it. And now I need to disable the carriage of following me. And then with it off, I can then hit X to move carriage to the yarder. So be careful, this thing may whip at me. Nope, not my flashlight. But there it goes, on down to the yarder. I wonder if it's, when it gets over the pond, is it going to automatically go into the mill? This is what I'm kind of hoping for. I can detach the trees from here? Oh, I thought I had to be near it. Oh no, I don't have the option anymore. Wait, did the tree disappear? Yes, it did. I see the log going into the sawmill. Oh, that is so good. That's why the option came away from detached tree. So I'm going to have it follow me again. So it's going to be coming back on up. So the interesting thing about the yarder is also if I take out my chainsaw. So if you look at the information HUD on the upper left hand corner, you can actually see the carriage on the cable moving closer up to where the tree is. The arrow is where I'm located. So the tree is at the top, and of course at the far left hand corner is the yarder. So it'll show you where the carriage is. But here's the other interesting thing I found out about the yarder is you can see I got my chainsaw out and it shows the yarder. When I get too far away from the yarder, see, it's pretty much telling me like, okay, I can cut this tree down, but the yarder cable is not going to reach to where we're at. So that is pretty interesting. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and get ourselves a log. I was kind of hoping it would do more than one log at a time. So in this situation here, it probably would have been, yeah, see, I can't send the carriage off while it's following me, so that's fine. Now let's go ahead and do this. Send it on down. So in this situation here where I'm getting it just to go right into the sawmill, it would have been better if I just cut down the tree and just let it drag it all in and save myself the hassle. So I can detach the tree even from here. So even if you're not doing this situation, you don't have to keep teleporting down to the yarder. I'm waiting for that tree to disappear. It disappeared. And I see a log going into the mill. That is perfect. So even if you had the setup like I have, if you don't have the setup like I have here where it's going right to the mill, and let's just say you're in the corner of the map, when the trees get down to your yarder, or up to your yarder, depending on which way it's going, you can detach the trees from there. You don't have to keep teleporting back and forth, which is pretty neat. So that is how the yarder works. Now I'm going to show you the tool measurer. Let me come in here and I'm going to cut down this tree right here. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. Where did the tree go? Yep, it's going to roll. Stop rolling. Really? Seriously? It's not even rolling. It's just... Well, I'm pretty sure that's out of the, out of the distance for that. So, this is something I'm probably going to have to pick up with our auto-loading trailer. Let me take the branches off. So if I come up here and I want to make them about 12 meters, let's see, I believe it's Alt and right-click. Now, if you look at the information HUD in the upper left-hand corner, now at the bottom of that, you can see where it's flashing like 0 meters. If I come on down here and want to cut it to be somewhere around 12 meters, I'll know roughly where that is. I'm just going to go 11 and a half. And there we go. There you have it. I forgot how to get rid of that, though. Is it just Alt right-click again? So Alt right-click will get rid of the marker. So if I ever get to where I'm cutting down trees with the tree harvester, and I want to make sure they're 12 meters long, I can go ahead and do it that way. But just be careful about using the yarder. Like I came up with the tree harvester. I'm like, all right, let's cut down all these trees. And I cut down a couple. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I need a tree up here for the cable to attach to. Now let's come over to here and, oh, that will reach. Attach it. Disable follow. And then... So I can't hit, I probably got to I was trying to do it on the Satec side panel. But X on my SATEC side panels, it's the same key on the keyboard, but it's different for the side panel. There she goes, right on down. Alright, so the interesting thing I want to try and show you. Are we close enough here? We are not close enough to this. There it is there. Ooh, we are somewhat out of the way, but if I were to get clever and cut it to the left. Don't roll down the hill. Don't do it. Don't. Thank you. We should be able to connect to the tree up here. Alright, the carriage should be coming back up. So the only thing about the yarder is, at this distance, is it slow? If you're doing one log at a time, maybe. So this is where, like I said, this map is pretty good for multiplayer. Because you could have one player up here cutting down the tree, have the yarder bring it on down to like an open area to where you got your logging trailer. And you can actually set the whole tree down. And then maybe have them coming up with a chainsaw. And then someone else, you know, loading it into your trailer. So we're going to go ahead and just strap it on right there. Disable follow me, which I'm going to call that on the carriage. And yes, this will show you that I can drag a whole tree on down. And just a reminder, the tractor, the Massey Ferguson engine is off. That's all being run. Actually, let me teleport back to... So the motor you're hearing is actually in here. As far as I can see, there is no fuel. I don't think there's a fuel marker on that. As far as I know, there isn't. I don't see one. The only thing that gets me a little scary, just realized, is the stabilizing cables coming off that are kind of like going over the railroad track. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't seen the train go through here. Maybe it has. All right, we'll do a couple more logs here. Get them on in. The sawmill is decently filled, so I'm not too worried about that running out of logs anytime soon. Let me get close to the cable so it can follow me here. I got a whole bunch of logs here. I'm wondering if it would be better if I could try to get up here with the auto-loading trailer and load these on up. Yeah, first when I was doing this, I thought I was just going to bring it on down to the bottom of the hill here where the road is right there to the trailer. You know what? I wonder if this would work. And I could try it, but with the way the setup is, so I'll have to do it another day. Maybe I'll leave some logs up here. I'll just do a couple more. I'll reset this. I'm going to put the auto-loading trailer next to the yarder. So when the logs come down, and I'll leave the auto-loader on, when the logs come down, will they auto-load into... Okay, it's going to be hard for me to try it out. Alright. You know what? We're going to have to try that out now. Because I'm curious. I'm too curious to wait. So, I mean, a pretty good idea also as well to show you how this dismantles. Same way as it installs. You don't have to be up on the hill to dismantle this thing. So you got to come to the back of it. It'll say remove yard of rope. And you can see all the cables and everything are back to where it should be. I will fold that on down. I said fold it on down. Oh, that's right. I remapped my keys on my side panel. Any train coming? Because this is so easy to set up. It only takes me a second to get this going here. All right, let's go ahead and put this here. Alright, now I have to get my autoloader. This will be interesting. I think it will work, but... Let's see, switch, see, it's going to be on the right. So that's where we need to be. Let's park that right there. We'll turn on the autoloader. I don't think the truck needs to be on for the autoloader to work. Alright, let's get the cable. And get ourselves a nice tree up here. As we know, this cable will reach just about anywhere. Well, not just about anywhere, but within reason. Something blocks the way to this tree. Ah, okay. Something blocks the way to this tree. So... Alright, maybe set up the yarder first and then put... No, I didn't want to do that. Do that. Okay, wait a minute. So I know some of you out there are probably using this setup. You told me so. So let's try... Alright, let's try this now. Let's see if this... Tree is too small. Will that attach? Tree is too small. Okay. I just want to make sure nothing's in the way. Something blocks the way to this tree. Something blocks the way to this tree. Are you saying my autoloader is still in the way? Alright, let me see if I can get this set up here. And I'll bring it back. Alright, so I finally got the yarder to hook up. I don't think it was my truck and trailer. I just kept saying something was blocked. I'm not quite sure. It could have been the landscape. Maybe the cable's got to be a certain height off the ground. Not too sure. Let's see. We got it to the right. I'm thinking right here should be good. Turn the truck off. Like I said, I don't think the truck needs to be on. We're going to have this follow me. And hopefully I can get myself a log anywhere. Oh yeah, we got logs here. There we go. Let's go ahead and attach that. Turn it off and send it on its way. These are 12-meter long logs, so... What's going to happen when it gets near... Okay, I need to... Alright, so I need to reposition my truck. Or does it... yeah, I don't think the truck is in the zone here. We back up. Let me reload that so it's... There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Now I want to leave the truck off just to make sure, because I want to be burning fuel. Alright, let's try that again now that I got it underneath the right cable. At least I think I do. Plenty of logs in here, but let's just come over here and we'll grab this one here, maybe. Too far? Too far? Oh, there we go. We got one. We got one. Alright, that should get right up next to my trailer. Now, it may not go in because it's attached to... It works. It works. So I don't need a sawmill. I can just put my autoloader at the bottom of the yarder and we're good to go. But definitely leave yourself a lot of trees to attach to. Let's just try this again here. At the top of the hill, because the cable coming off the carriage doesn't really go as far as you would maybe hope it would. Right into the autoloader. That is one sweet setup. Hang on a second. For you guys, we're going to take a thumbnail for that, which you probably already seen. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. Flight mode. Let's put it on. If you're ever wondering how I do thumbnails, let's change field of view. Flight mode is on. Let's see. I don't know what the best way to do it is. Let's go ahead and just take a picture of that. Alright, and then change everything. Gotta take flight mode off, reset field of view. There we go, we're all set. Let me go ahead and turn off. You know, if I'm not burning fuel, so there's no way to turn this off. How about if I turn on the HUD? That might help. Remove yard to rope. And that's the only option I really have on it. It's not like turn off yarder. It's not my Massey Ferguson that's running. So I'll leave it running. Why not? Let's go ahead and move our autoloader. We'll put these into the mill. So, oh, no, wait a minute. You know what? It's still, the yarder is still attached. The yarder is still, well, the yarder is still attached to that log. So we'll auto-load into the back of the truck. I just got to make sure I detach the trees. Oh, hello. Oh, I know what it is. It's that. No, that's not what's happening here. I thought maybe. No, I'm driving right through the cables that are holding up the yarder. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Let's drive on down here. Let's go ahead and just unload these. Are those in? I think they're in. Yep, they're being taken. All right. So fun with the yarder. That's going to be fun to use for sure. Where we can't get the truck, we'll just bring the logs on down. Zip them into the autoloader. Good to go. But setting up the yarder the first time was easy peasy, nice and easy. The second time, kept saying stuff was in the way. So just got to be kind of picking out your line. And you can see that yarder went quite a ways up that hill. It says 840 meters. Like I said, if you're American, that's like 950 yards. That's quite a long ways. Alright, so what I need to do here is we're going to go over and grab our planks. And the only thing that will auto-load are the planks. I want to go ahead and take this on down to the flooring tile and get that up and going. Who parked the Volvo wheel loader there? And I just got stuck in the wall. And yes, I do. Someone did mention the pallet forks do. I can change the width of them right there. Just kind of forgot about doing that. But thank you for the reminder. That is good to know. A reminder is always good, but I can only go from here to here. Alright, let me get all these planks that I can. And zip on down. Want to get the flooring tiles up and going. Let's go get those delivered and get that process started. Now, if you haven't noticed, I have mentioned it, the roller coaster, even though the roller coaster is slowly getting built as you bring materials. So if you're not really paying that much attention to it and you see it, you know, every time you go there, it's like, I don't see any change. Is this getting built? I probably should take a picture of what it looks like from day one to what it looks like now. So it's not going to be like at the end of stage one, you're going to see like a whole bunch of stuff being built. It's being built. Did I just lose a pallet? I thought this said 14 and now it says 13. $13,000 liters of planks. That's quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know why they got the people spawning in like they are here, but it is what it is. I don't know where the unload is here. Oh, right here. We're at it. So is that all it's taken, or did I go past? It might be full. She might be full. Trigger should be right here, and planks. We got a lot of planks in there. So let's go ahead and planks right here. So 140 planks is going to give us 180 floor tiles, which is pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and activate that, please. And how many cycles per month? 31 per month. I'm not going to do the math on that, but that seems like a lot of floor tiles. Probably more than what we need for now. But you know what? We make so many planks, that's fine. The rest of these planks are going to go to the roller coaster? Or to the boatyard? Let's go ahead and fold that on up. Close it on up. I should also mention, before doing this recording, you remember last episode it was getting flickering everywhere. Someone did mention, I think it's your beacons. No, it's not. It's when it gets to the fall, I got flickering problems once in a while. I cleared my shader cache, and yeah, there was 2 shader cache. You should only have 1 shader cache in your folder, Farming Simulator folder. Why did that show me the contracts? I don't know. Do I need planks here? I got 11,000 liters of planks here. Yeah, we're doing fine. So you can kind of see the planks are being used to raise the structure for the roller coaster right there. So it's slowly getting built. We don't need planks here currently, so let's not bring them here. Let's bring them on down to the boatyard. And like I said, we'll buy the boatyard once the boat gets past stage 1 and gets rolled out. We don't have to worry about it too much because I need to bring fabric there for the boat to be built. And it's going to be a little bit before that happens. But in the meantime, I just want to sell everything else here. Because that way, when I buy the boatyard, it will have a good storage, I think. Plus, we'll get some cash at the same time. Where's that trigger? Am I not close enough? And now I got my trailer stuck on the roof of the boatyard. Let me go. Thank you. I think if I back in like this, I'll get that side of the trailer closer to the trigger. There we go. Really? Just take the last 584 liters, please, so I can continue on my day. Why you gotta be like that? Thank you. I think maybe the trigger is in front of the door. So you can see the boat's being built as well. The more material you bring on down. What does the boatyard need more of? So we got only 3,000 liters of planks. It actually needs almost 9,000. Long planks, we got 5,700. We got almost. We probably need another long plank down here. Wood beams, 3,600. Needs more wood beams. Metal, got plenty of metal. Floor tiles. That needs 7,200 liters of floor tiles. All right. Either way. So, long beams, wood beams, all that stuff can be brought on down here. Well, time to go back to the sawmill. Load that stuff up. We need to bring in some cash because November is going to be expensive for buying stuff as well. We have to take a little bit of more of a loan. We're going to need the mowers and a forage wagon. And then that'll be our grass making the silage. And I'll probably give some grass to the sheep to make sure they can get through winter. Hopefully they will, with the amount of food that we'll have in storage for them. If we do run out of food, I'll just go buy a straw bale. Sorry, not straw bale. They want hay. They'll need a hay bale. Alright, into the wheel loader we go. And we'll see how far I get along with this before I had enough and use super strength. Probably should scroll in a little bit more. By the way, the green beacon on the Volvo, someone did say, what that is actually for. Well, even the wide forks is kind of too wide for these pallets. I should be able to grab 2 of these. Although, I have heard grabbing 2 pallets still, I may go flying here. But getting back to the green beacon on... let's see, I didn't really park that the best way now, did I? The green beacon on top of the Volvo means that there's an operator inside the vehicle. So, I don't know what I need the other beacons for. I basically got 2 different types of beacons. I mean, that's fine. That's all good. It's already on there. Let me load this up this way. It's kind of interesting how they set up the map, and it's kind of good because the best prices seem to be at Elm Creek, which means you need to put it on a train. So they got the storage for the sawmill right here where the train is for ease of access. There's one that did not come off that well. Yep, everything's dancing now. Alright, that's not going to sell unless unless I do that. This is the problem I've always had with the pallet forks, and this is why I get frustrated a little bit right away, and I don't use it enough. Is they get stuck on there. I'm trying to get the weight on the flatbed. I know a lot of you are saying, "Oh, you're terrible at this." Yes, I am. I'm terrible at it. I've always had a problem with getting bales off of the pallet forks. You'd think these would just like slide right off. And maybe just grabbing one at a time would be best for this. Let me get this. I've been told don't grab 2. You think just by doing this on pallet forks, so that would just slide right off, right? It's like glued on there. That is... Now tell me why that would not slide right off. Oh, and the best part is I cannot grab it with my super strength either. There it goes. Alright. You know what? Yeah. Have you found out I've already had enough of that? This is something I need to practice more off camera, I think. But for the purpose of getting things done today, yeah, we're going to go ahead and load these on up like this. I apologize, but yeah, sometimes these pallet forks just drive me nuts. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just grab these and we'll bring these on down, make some money, and I'll practice with the wood beams off camera a little bit with the wheel loader. Like I said, probably just grabbing one pallet at a time is what we need to do. Now, I think a couple of you have told me about other autoloaders that are working with these pallets here. So just leave another comment down below if they're working with this one. I know the autoloader works because we grabbed the pallets. I cannot grab the metal pallets. So those must not be on Euro pallets. Must be a different type of pallet. I'm sure that will auto-load maybe like the floor tiles and all that. We'll see when those spawn out. Let's put that in there. You know what? I'll grab you. I'll stick you in there. So these are long planks. So for now, I know you might be saying, well, bring those to the flooring tile. Right now, I just want to get enough material in the roller coaster and the boatyard. We're going to get plenty of planks to make floor tiling for now. I'm actually happy with the progress of the sawmill. It's not, I wouldn't say it's slow, and it's not too fast. It seems like to be at the right pace for what it makes per month. I'll leave the other ones there so I can practice with the wheel loader off camera. So next time I can do a little bit better. Practice makes, I don't want to say perfect, but practice should make you get better. And from what I do know, these prefab walls, if I double check, it won't tell me how much. But if I go on down to the help menu, roller coaster. So yeah, the roller coaster construction requires prefab walls. So metal floor tiles, long planks, wooden beams. So chairs, barrels, buckets, planks, which we got shingles. Haven't made those staircase railings and tables to be finished. So yeah, we're going to have to buy some other productions as well. That's not a big deal here. All right, let's go ahead and this is a good enough load. Strap everything in. Let's go make a little bit more cash here. The prefab walls will actually fit in this autoloader, but you really gotta be gentle with it. It will fit in here. But in the future, I may just get like a lowboy trailer and load the prefab walls that way. I haven't tried the containers yet. As far as I can see, the only containers I saw take just wood. So I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. I'm not too sure. So all this is going to be jammed right into the boatyard. Long planks. Yeah, I think getting the boatyard up at least past the first stage and getting it ready for the second stage. That way, if the sheep do start producing enough wool and we get enough fabric, we can start making some yachts and getting ourselves $100,000 every time we make one. Let me just double check on the stats of the boatyard. I'm pretty sure some people have already gotten the roller coaster built. I don't want to say it's pretty... Well, it actually is pretty easy to do. With the easy developer mod, you could actually spawn things in, fast forward time, and you could probably have the roller coaster up and running in no time flat. So... long planks, let's see, we got 5,000 in and we need 5,000. So long planks may actually want to go over to the roller coaster. The wood beams is what we're short on here. So we'll grab the planks first. One set of wood beams, I said. Let's see, we need about 3,500 and we got 2,800, so we need one thing of wood beams right now. Long planks, I need about 6,000, so I only need one right now. So wait a minute. The rest of this can go over to the roller coaster? So we got enough long planks. Wood beams, I got 38. We need 35. We got plenty of metal. Let me just jump on over instead of driving over. Let's see. Wood beams, I got none here. Planks, we got plenty of. Long planks, I don't have any here. So yeah, everything needs to be brought over here to the roller coaster. Since that is sticking out, I don't want to close the door. We'll slowly drive over to the roller coaster and sell this. I'm having a rough time myself. It's like, build a roller coaster. Don't get the boatyard up and running. As long as we get enough material in the boatyard for now. But what we have, I want to bring the rest over to the roller coaster. We get paid either way, but of course the amount difference would be different depending on who's offering what. And that is a good amount of money right there. Perfect. Let's lock that on up here. That brought the money up pretty darn good. Actually, by the time November comes, I may not have to borrow that much money to buy the mowers and the forage wagon. A second tractor may not be too bad around here, but for now, it's okay. I do want to come over to the sheep. Just to do a couple things. So, one thing I was doing when I was, it might be kind of late, but they said when you're in landscaping, which I thought was true when they said it myself, and I completely forgot about it. When I'm painting, or is it on plants? Maybe it's on plants. They said if I right-click, I could delete it. But the problem is, if I right-click like on that tree, or left-click, it's showing the sheep pen. They said I could delete trees in the landscaping mode. Which I thought was true as well. And I try to remember, like in painting, I'm right-clicking. Maybe that tree bush is too big. Right-clicking. No, it doesn't work. So the one way I could do it with the Easy Developer mod, I could actually turn on delete and delete these small bushes. But actually, I'm kind of liking the small bushes in here. Now, someone did just say in the last episode that they would like to see a fence around here. They're afraid of the sheep roaming off on their own. Now, I know we're just role-playing that. Sheep aren't going anywhere. But we got some wool. Yeah, but I could put a fence around here. Since it was requested. I don't think fencing is that expensive after being on No Man's Land. But at that point, on No Man's Land, I had a decent amount of cash. Is that under decoration? Yeah, fencing. I don't really know what kind of fencing I want to do. Let's go with something cheap. And you can tell where the sheep should be. Collides with another object. How far away from that tree do I have to get? There we go. There we go. It wasn't that expensive to put that on down. Now the sheep are fenced in. Cheap fencing, but you know what? Hopefully it does it for you. Now the sheep won't run off anywhere. And the good thing is, we got some wool. We got some wool. 5 liters worth. But we only got 10 sheep. Wait, did I buy adult sheep? Their health is going up because we just got them actually in this in-game day. And reproduction we'll see tomorrow. But I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. It says every hour the grass will go on in. And I'm not sure if they're eating the grass or not. And I don't think they are because they're actually eating the grass from here. So let me let's go into construction, landscaping, plants, meadow grass. Am I going to be able to plant this in here? So by planting this in here, that might fix our problem. Besides, I needed to do this anyways. Because it makes sense that the sheep got grass out here. They should be grazing in the grass that's out here. Here, how's that? No, we got. See, we'll do that, and are we all set over here? Almost. There we go. Alright, now if I fast forward time, it's at 7169. I think it said every hour it'll take grass from here, if needed. I saw the grass go down. And I didn't see where the food went down in the sheep pen. So maybe the sheep did eat the grass here. I don't know. We'll give it a go, see what happens there. I'm not too sure. But see, the grass is now not this height. So the grass did something that hour. Just not sure what it did. I'm not too sure. So, yeah, we got to set up now for the yarder. We'll give that a go some other time. But I think next episode will be in November. And we'll be cutting this grass, making some silage. We'll see if the sheep need any grass or not. Spend some money there. In the meantime, the production buildings will go on. You know about the sheep. Let me scroll on down here. So we do have the floor tiles, the flooring factory. Got plenty of planks. And let's spin out some floor tiles, even though we just spent some time. But we're going through that pretty darn quick. The sawmill's doing the sawmill thing. We got plenty of wood in there. Iron ore. I think every 3 or 4 months I'll have to go up and get a load of iron ore, because that does take a little time to go through what's in there. This can store 60,000. I brought 40,000 liters up, and it's been about a month and a half. But we are producing a good amount of metal, and of course, well, the fabric. Well, we'll get that up and going. Actually, what is? So it's 2 wool to 1 fabric. So that's not too bad. I think once we get enough sheep, we can be spitting out fabric at a decent rate. Cycles a month. So I'll get basically 1,440 liters of fabric per month. That is kind of slow, right? If I'm reading that right, because I'll get 1 recipe is 2 wool for 1 fabric. And that's how many cycles, so many times I'll do the recipe per month. So I'll get 1,440 liters. And I think the boatyard requires a lot. Makes me think about putting down... I said it wouldn't do it, but makes me think about putting down the no handcuff mod of 5 times as fast. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm misreading that, but that's what it could be. Have no idea. Instead of putting down 2, even if I put down 2, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later on. But yeah, so we got the yarder taken care of today. Where is that yarder? There it is. Still up and running. Still hooked up. Yeah, I think this will work pretty good in other areas. This may not be steep enough here to use it. I think my truck can go up and down those areas right there and auto load. But if we find areas that we need the yarder, we can go ahead and do that. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Silverrun Forest. But until then, have a good one.